Yeah, what I mean by loss of security, and I know thinking South African, you think, oh no, that was one of the best things that you've lost is that you didn't have to be living in Fort Knox and whatever else. No, no, no. What I mean by loss of security is knowing how life works, okay? Knowing what your future holds. You've done this. It's a huge, big leap of faith. You know you've done your pros and cons, and you know that this is why you've chosen to be here. But it's still daunting. You're still worried. Geez, I'm going to be able to catch up on my pension. Am I going to make sure that I have enough money saved up by the time I'm 60, 65, so I'm not a burden on my children? Am I going to be able to make enough money to be able to afford to finally buy a home one day so that I can plant roots and actually make it feel like home? So I've got my own house that belongs to me that I can go drill a hole in the wall and not worry what the landlord is going to think. So it's that loss of security, whereas back home, we know we owned a home and we're pretty certain that we had certain things in place for our future by the time we were going to turn 60, 65. So you've made these decisions and it's a loss regarding that security. So like, these things are real. It really does build up and it's stuff that you've got to deal with. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what immigration grief is all about.